Welcome, new ruler, to Ruler School. You are here because you want to learn a little bit about how to get into the Force of Will trading card game here in 2022, and you've picked a wonderful time. We have the release of a new cluster, new starter decks to get started with, and all kinds of wonderful avenues to get jumping into the game. Whether it is your brand new first TCG, you're trying to add another TCG onto your repertoire, or you're looking to swap things up from a game that you're leaving behind, Force of Will has something for you. So, without me getting too much into the details, let's go ahead and pull down the chalkboard and tell you everything you need to know to get started in Force of Will in 2022. The easiest way to get into Force of Will is by trying out a starter deck. In December of 2021, we had new starter decks released for the beginning of Dual Cluster, which were the Odin starter deck, which is Villains, and the Nyarlathotep starter deck, which is Tails. These are wonderful starter decks, only about $15 a piece, come with 10 play sets of cards, so there's no having to buy multiple, and they are a wonderful way to just jump in and get a good handle of the mechanics of Force of Will, and they work really well when played against each other, so you and a friend can each buy one of the starter decks and give them a shot. You can actually check out some of the links in our descriptions below to go pick those up, as well as other products that we'll mention throughout the video as a really good kind of kickoff point, if your LGS doesn't have them themselves. To kind of show you what we mean, check out this footage of us unboxing the two starter decks, just so you can get a feel for what the cards look like and kind of what you can expect to see in the box. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Dual Cluster Tails deck. We got Nyarlathotep here. The packaging looks really great. Lists all of our cards here. I've already kind of gotten at least it started, so we can get into it pretty quickly here. But right out the back, you get the nice little quick reference guide, and then in the packaging itself, you have a cool little playmat to get you started, and then a little bit more of a breakdown, more detailed kind of breakdown of how to play the game, and then the deck. It is normally saran wrap. Like I said, I got it open a little bit just to be able to dig in right away. And right off the bat, we have our Order of the Gods. This is Nyarlathotep, our ruler for the set. This looks so clean. It just looks really, really nice, really, really crisp. Cardstock is super great. And then that order looks super cool. I really do just like how the order itself like catches really nicely and everything else there. And then it does seem like we get one of each card foil potentially here. So we've got Barbados, Cthulhu's Intimidation, Flame Soldier of m.ha, looking really nice there, Flaming Salamander, good old Lovecraft, the cards everyone looking quite excited for, and that has that really nice Tails kind of silhouette there. That's also very nice and foiled, which is great. Phantasmal Ascendant, Red Flame, Red Wine, and Basket, the other starter deck exclusive card, Spirit of Ma'at, Sudden Manifestation of Power, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 foil stones. And then we just go into the rest of the playset. So finish out your Barbatos, finish out your Cthulhu's Intimidations. It just finishes everything out there really, really nicely. Overall, really solid here. Really solid starter. The rest of your stones, only 6, a will coin, and then some life point cards if you feel like choosing to use that to track your life instead of a life pad or anything else. So some cool artwork on those just to be able to kind of flush things out. But yeah, overall, really cool starter, really nice. I like the fact that it's a full playset of everything, so if you really don't care about shininess, you don't really have to worry about it. And orders themselves just look really solid. So that is Nyarlathotep with Order of the Game. Let's go ahead and check out Odin over here with Order, with the Villains. So Tails have been taken care of. It's interesting to me that it's not heroes and villains, but I guess heroic Tails versus villains, I guess. Same kind of thing. Got a nice little plastic starter area here. Open that up. And then, like I said, you can see here, nice and saran wrapped. The nice little pull tab over here. See if I can get it. My fingers can work. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Nice little rip strip. At least to get us started. Packaging. The most fun part of every unboxing video, right? Is just watching someone try to open it. So, perfect. There we go. So we got Order of War, Odin. Looking really nice there. Very excited to build some decks with that for sure. Ascendant of Faith. Artillerist of Faith. Choir of the Valkyries. Gary and Frecky. Kara, the Swift Valkyrie, Keep the Faith, Praying Valkyrie, Rangrid, Repeating Faith Revival, the card that is going to be absolutely huge, I think, for a lot of Odin decks, Soldier of Minerva, the Holy Shield of Mistletoe, and then the White Stones. 1, 2, 3, 4 of each of the White Stones in foil. Those just look really nice. You can tell down here the foiling of the white light symbol there is just really nice on those basics. And then you finish your play sets. So these are looking over the spoils, these are very cool ways to just really get started into the game. They're an excellent choice. They're only $15 to pick up. They include kind of everything you need here, and we got some tokens for this one. This one needs tokens, so you have some soldier tokens here in the back to flush it out. Alongside starter decks, there are, of course, boxes. This is the primary way most TCGs are sold, and Force of Will is no different. Our booster boxes are made up of 36 packs, and unlike other TCGs, have incredibly consistent pull rates in terms of the ratio of how many of each kind of card you're going to get in a box. Most players are kind of taken aback by this, but it is really awesome because it means that if you're a collector who wants to be able to play everything, it minimizes the amount of money you'll have to spend in order to maximize your chances of getting a full playset. Force of Will sells our boxes in sets called clusters, which are 4 set blocks that then kind of rotate. This is because we have 2 major competitive formats, one being Wanderer, which is every single card, and 2 being New Frontiers, which is including the 2 most recent clusters, so a total of 8 sets. In December of 2021, we started the Dual Cluster. So the 2 sets, if you want to just focus on buying the new stuff that's usable in New Frontiers format, will be Saga Cluster and Dual Cluster. The first set of Dual Cluster is Game of Gods, and here's an image of it. Like I said, it came out in December of 2021 and is still very much available with the links down in the description below. The 4 sets of Saga Cluster, which were the previous cluster, if you want to play all of New Frontiers, are Epic of the Dragon Lord, Magic Stone Wars 0, Assault into the Demonic World, plus the 7th, as well as a mini little supplemental set that we had called Rebirth of Legend. Force of Will being a smaller game typically does print runs that are to a pre-order plus a percentage, so it can be hard to find older boxes, such as Epic of the Dragon Lord or Magic Stone War, but recently we've been seeing an increase in the extra percentage that they print on top of pre-orders, so you can still buy boxes of Assault into the Demonic World, the 7th, and Rebirth of Legend pretty effectively. This is important and we want to make sure you know it so that if you get interested in this game and feel like this is something you want to continue with, to know that it is important to really get those pre-orders in so that you make sure to get your boxes at an effective rate, because if you try to hunt them down and didn't pre-order them, there might not be as much product available as you like and prices might go up. The next step after obviously knowing what products to buy is to learn how to play, and we have you covered for that too. You can check out the link on the screen right now, I believe it's in the card in the corner, or in the description to check out our Force of Will 101 tutorial series. It's a series of short videos that takes you through everything you need to know to get a good grounding basics of the game, so that you can go ahead and jump right in and start playing. Obviously, the best place to start playing Force of Will is at your locals, but if your locals haven't started picking up Force of Will product, we understand, that's okay. Some stores just don't know which distributors to really look into to get Force of Will product, or might not have asked their distributors about Force of Will product. To that end, we want to let you know about 2 of the best distributors we've heard that have provided consistent amounts of product, very easy to access, and are always welcome to new stores reaching out to them. And that is YY Card World as well as Southern Hobby. You can use the emails that are on screen or check them out in the description down below to have your LGS reach out to them and say, hey, I'm interested in picking up Force of Will product. What do you have? Let's get in on the next set. What can you give me? And you can go from there. If your LGS isn't willing to pick up product, there's a really easy way that we recommend to try to jump in, which is to reach out to Odyssey Games or ccgprime.com to pick up some sealed products just to be able to show the game off a little bit, take it into your locals, play with some friends, generate some interest, and then go back and talk to your LGS about saying, hey, we want to try to pick this game up again in our community or start one from scratch. Can you help us to do that? Most LGSs are pretty receptive, and so once you get to that point, it's smooth sailing. If you don't have a locals but you're still wanting to try to find a way to play the game, you have a couple wonderful opportunities. Untapped.in is a wonderful online web resource that is free where you can build decks and play against other people online. And we have a wonderful online league series also linked in the description below where you can play online tournaments for free as well as online webcam events for free and get cool prizes out of it. Card games aren't just about playing though, it's also about the communities and the people you talk with, and we have some wonderful opportunities there. There is the Force of Will Global Facebook page, which is always pretty active and has lots of new players jumping in every day, as well as a couple primary Discord communities, namely the Force of Will TCG Discord, as well as our private Discord here, Ruler School TCG. New players all the time, questions welcome all the time, finding ways to play games with other people and ask questions, or just get hyped about new sets and share deck profile ideas all in one place. So if you're looking to get started into a community and want to get to know people, that's a wonderful place to get started. There you have it. That's everything you need to get started. Hopefully you have some wonderful new ideas of where to go, new communities to get plugged into where you can start meeting other players, or have really good tips to be able to go into your LGS and get them started playing Force of Will alongside you. So it's a wonderful game, it's a wonderful community, we're not going anywhere, and this is a wonderful time to get started. So looking forward to seeing you out there on the fields of battle, or just seeing you here as you continue to course through your studies at Ruler School. So as always, my name is DMO73, and until next time, class dismissed.